Well, I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari to Hatchapee to Tonopah,
driven every kind of rig that's ever been made, driven the back road so I wouldn't get weighed. And if you give me weed, white sand wine, and you show me a sign, I'll be willing to be moving.
Well, hi guys, let me try to wrap up the last couple of days here at Isotopes Park in Albuquerque. We started out in Oklahoma City and went to Tucumcari, straight across Route 40, the old Route 66, and that allowed us a chance to stop and take a look at some historic Route 66 gas stations and other historic places along the way, including the midpoint of the old National Road, halfway between Chicago and I forgot where the other end is, the Pacific Ocean, I guess, California. At any rate, we also went through Weatherford, Oklahoma, and saw some of the giant blades that go into these huge wind farms that I saw all over, especially in the Texas Panhandle. Stopped in at Eric, Oklahoma, just before the border with Texas, and stopped into a curiosity shop and found the weirdest guy in the weirdest place.
Goes for you too, Tubby.
Thanks, man. I don't think anybody's called me Tubby my whole life.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
I guess so. How long you been doing this? How long have you had this joint?
All my life.
All your life?
Yeah.
Collecting?
Well, I'm not a collector.
What is
Collectors are a dime a dozen, and they're not worth 2 cents for nothing. This is my set for my mediocre music program / insanity at its finest.
Well, so far so good.
So far so good.
When does it get finished, or does it?
When does it get better, or when does it get finished?
When does it get finished?
Yeah, probably not even when I die.
It just keep going on its own,
It's just going to keep going on its own.
Well, thanks for letting me in, man.
I tell you for sure, this is the very first Route 66 sign posted in the state of Oklahoma from 1926. And if you want to take a photo with it, you're welcome to. Or if you just want to shoot video on me showing it to you, that's okay too.
Already done.
Because you've been in the redneck capital of the world, getting your bumps kicked, your eyes, tricks, dicks, and big pricks on 66. What do you think of that, baby boy?
After that, it was the Leaning Tower of Texas. I bet you didn't know there was one. And also went to the Cadillac Ranch, which was kind of underwater, but people decided that they wanted to spray paint something when they got here. So a lot of people spray paint the ground. I guess it's too wet to go out there, so people are painting the dirt instead. Oh my gosh, look how soggy. So having left Tucumcari, was off to Albuquerque with a stop off at the VA Medical Center. I had to cancel my trip up the Sky Tram, I guess it's called, whatever it is, up to the top of Sandia Mountain outside Albuquerque. It's supposed to be really scenic, but I thought that maybe an infection in my hand might be worth treating. Okay, so let me tell you how totally awesome the VA is. I was in and out of the emergency room there in less than an hour, and I walked out with my prescription. I love my socialized medicine. And I, researched the cure for stupidity, but didn't come up with one. And so I continued on to the National Museum of Nuclear Science and History, where I saw a lot of bombs and a lot of bombers. I saw a nuclear mortar, a nuclear cannon, big missiles, little missiles, nuclear piles, a Geiger counter, arming devices like MacGyver always deactivates at the last second, right? A MiG-21, a B-29, a B-52, a mock-up of the Trinity test site, Nike missiles, MX missiles, Jupiter missiles, a 3 Mile Island souvenir lamp that probably closed without even having to plug it in, right? All of this stuff, and some really nice people. It was fun to go there and see all that stuff. Okay, so it's way too crowded to eat anywhere near there. Me and my seat's behind home plate, so I can't do my hot dog thing there without spilling it on somebody else. And it's way too crowded in the stands. It took me till almost the second inning here to get the dog and the beer and stuff. So here goes nothing. Since the girl and the guys behind the counter selling the hot dogs apparently have never eaten one before, I just went with the traditional mustard and onions the way God intended. Let's see what it's like. Good. It's got that smoky flavor too. I don't know. It's thicker than the one in Oklahoma, but not as wide. Close call. This is a toss-up. So a lot of fun at the ballpark tonight, even though the Isotopes got creamed. I did get to share some time with a friend of mine at the game. And tomorrow we're heading off into the desert to Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Only because it's Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, no other real reason. We're going to see the very large array, a bunch of radio telescopes out in the desert. That'll be cool. All right, I'm going back to the hotel. I'll see you guys in the morning.